Okay, it's the 18th of July. I haven't been able to do much lately because of life, so I should be able to do some lately. So today I'm just going to be going around and just doing a bit of an inspection. So the bank across, the west bank on the bottom of the creek, it's got those bleeding hearts. They're still going quite well. Bracken fern, it's going quite well. I can see I still need to pull out some Mexican devil, or yeah, there's quite a bit of wandering willy. So, but in general, that is looking pretty good. So the golden wattle is doing really well. It's covered in bees at the moment. It's probably its first flowering season, so I expect them to get bigger. Underneath them is the cheese trees. They're doing okay. They're not growing very fast, but I think next summer hopefully I'll see some more substantial growth. Got some down below here as well, so that'll be good. There's some trees here that are marked for removal, so yeah, I'm not sure how things will be affected at that point. Okay, I was standing at the top of First Falls here, so I've still got all this ginger lily to take care of. The mist flower is still throughout, so yeah, this one is still messy. Always requires more work. Over here I've got the blue flax lily, blue faux lily maybe, underneath the base of that tree as well. But yeah, covered in buffalo grass throughout, so still got the Monstera deliciosa there. Yeah, still very weedy. We got the fishbone fern, still dominates this area. Probably not. We got trampled a lot after the tree fell down. But then down here, is it the shield fern? I forget what that fern's called, but I want it there. It's native, so that's looking better and better. Looking down the creek, there's a bunch of spots that look good. Still a mix. Probably will be for years to come yet. Okay, so this Lamandra going strong. The bird nest next to it, it's going strong. Like, I had previously seen other bird nests taking off along here, so it's disappointing. Either they've been knocked off or just died off. Down here, maidenhair is going well, but I see that mist flower. I won't be able to stop myself from pulling that out. Some rough maidenhair there as well. Yeah. Swing around. Not much to see. I'm not sure if they are different, but this fern here, bracken fern, which I've helped and encouraged, looks distinctly different to that, as in the actual structure of it. So I need to look that up. So here's a close-up look of bottom of First Falls, West Bank. So down here, lots of wandering Jew, tard, different name for it. Got multiple bleeding heart trees. Yeah, you can also see the Crofton weed there. Some elephant ears, taro, whatever it is. So I forget what this grass is called, but I've been helping it along, pushing back the fishbone fern. Looks like it's been having a hard time, not sure why. But anyway, still healthy, should bounce back. Bracken fern up on the bank there, which have been helping out. We do have this big, in the centre there, the big camphor laurel. So I want to treat that at some point. Between first and second falls here on the west bank, and it looks good. This palm here to me kind of looks like it should be there. I've got to check if it should be. Behind though we have, like up top there, way tard's still taking over, but scurvy weed also doing its best. So I can see some scurvy weed over there, but then also that Swedish ivy needs to be pushed back still. Whoops, I have to repeat that because I don't think it actually turned out. So side second falls on the east bank, so I see privet and lantana, which needs to be addressed. It's difficult to get to that area, but better to get it now. There's sandpaper fig, bleeding heart, some other natives. This one here, which I'd always assume was ginger lily, but now what I normally look for is that stem, and to be honest, like, that stem kind of looks, I'm not, it's either ginger lily or native ginger, so I need to decide on that. I've just always left it, but it is, you know, getting bigger and expanding. Sandpaper fig, not much going on over here on this side. Just sort of fishbone fern needs to be pushed back. Let the sandpaper figs get bigger. Everything's grown quite slowly now, which is to be expected, being in winter. These bleeding hearts have taken over this area. So it's interesting, just got to leave them alone and away they go. Let's see if I can get my way through it. This was big lantana infestation. Now it's a bleeding heart infestation, which is, to me, much more preferred. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how big these get. This is the bleeding heart forest. Must have been a bird just dropping seeds, eating the berries above here all the time. And once they had a chance to take off, they did. So looking down here, there was just lantana everywhere, like pretty much as if I forward down here, that's what it looked like, just a sea of lantana. So the actual area of lantana is a lot smaller now. I can still see it behind that bleeding heart there. Dead privet, dead lantana. It'd be interesting to see what springs up. But yeah, I still want to push hard against the actual lantana. In the centre there is the camphor laurel with the green tea poisoned, and yeah, did their job. It's a dead one now. Yeah, right, so this is at the far corner of the reserve. So Bleeding Heart got these tree fern slope. Looks good. I think they just follow the water line down there, but you know, lots of lantana still, lots of privet. So that's still a big area to do. It is like even more difficult because it's a mix of, this is facing downhill. It's a mix of natives and weeds. So on the right side of what I call Glenn's Alley is a large section of lantana and privet. It still dominates there. And I see down there, see that flower? It's definitely ginger lily, rather than the conjovoy, but it was suggested by someone. Maybe there's some conjovoy down there. Hope so. This is the right side facing down to the creek on Glenn's Alley. So that fallen fig tree was big, but then it fell over, but still can see it's not going to die. So must have enough root system in there. Who knows, it might take off again. This tree, this small gum that fell, I can see is being chopped, and the whole area looks like it's actually been cleared. So that's good and bad. Hello, you could focus at some point. Okay, now. It's a pity. This is the at the creek at the bottom of the reserve. It's pretty sad. Whoever's cleared it has removed those poison peach trees. I think it was really sad because it was the only one. I did have stakes to kind of like market, so they obviously overruled that decision. I don't know how to deal with that. Just beside the creek towards the back of the reserve. So dominated by lantana and privet back here. There's lots of small saplings of privet coming up after clearing the lantana, I guess. But there is sandpaper fig and small lily pilly trees, amongst other things. Yeah, basically this is probably an area of concern. Just swing around. You can see it's ongoing. I think that's tobacco plant there. Oh, good to see those ferns that I helped out previously are going strong. This is this area here, coming down beside this big fallen log. I've often referred to as Site A extension because it's underneath Site A, which is now the Bleeding Heart Forest. It's the first place I started. Done a lot of work here. It was really overgrown for lantana. Once again, well, you know, we're in another stage of weed overgrowth. So lantana is doing its best to bounce back. So there's lots of, you know, it's a lot better than what it was, but absolutely needs maintenance at the moment. So I've just walked up from Glenn's Alley along the creek, and lots of young lantana doing its best to bounce back, as it always does. Down here along the ground cover, it's all tarred, not what I want. Mist flower and privet everywhere. So I've spent a lot of time here. It's not for naught. I can see it's a lot better still, of course, but I need to come back and maintain it until the natives well and truly get established. So get down here, go over here, get rid of that privet. Yeah, it's definitely calling out to me. This clerodendron I discovered early on. It was like I remember as a big win at the time, but it's never straightened up. It was always bent way over because it was you know, way down by the lantana. But no mind, I see now that, you know, offshoots have sprung up and heading in the right direction, upwards. So that's good. It's looking healthier than it ever has. I'm just underneath the Bleeding Heart Forest here, at the stairs I've put in last year, and this ground cover, I'm not sure what it is. It kind of looks in place. I don't mind it. I'm hoping it's native. This is looking good. So it's an area that I cleared, like this big, well, it's not big, sandpaper fig here. Established, I should say, I guess. But all these smaller sandpaper figs down below were all kicking off at a very, when I, you know, just taking off just as when I cleared it. But you can see that they're doing well, so it's good to see.